Hi, I made my first beeswax candle today. This is what it looks like. I'm going to trim the end off of it. I just made it. I'm going to trim this little end off of it. I'm pretty excited about this. So I wanted to talk about it for just a second and show you what I did. I got this sheet of beeswax and this wick from my good friend and mentor, the very delightful Susan Edwards in Paducah at the nice rock shop, 311 Broadway in Paducah. I do believe she's reopening on the 20th or the 21st of May, which I know she's excited about. They've been doing some painting and some other cool stuff over there. I'm always excited by the cool changes that they make over there. It's a great shop. I'm sure many of you who know me have been there. So I got this sheet. As you can see, it's kind of slanted like that. So you roll it from the long end though, and that's kind of what gives you, this is my first one, so be kind. But it's kind of what gives you that graded, that Susan's look really great. And so Shelly K has some that look really great too. So you just need a little practice. But look, just for my first one, this is pretty good. So what I did was I put, this one is for protection, psyche protection, just psych mental protection right at the moment. I feel like, I have a lot of great things that I'm doing in my own life and things that I'm contributing to the world, the larger world, things that I think are important. And I don't want to be slowed down and exhausted by things that are, when I'm biting off more than I can chew, looking at, the news, media, any kind of media right now, social media, the news. I'm not big on TV shows or movies, so none of that was really bothersome for me. But any of the other things that I might be seeing, the clients that I'm talking to, I want to make sure that I am being able to contribute and show up for my clients and for the people coming to my workshops and for myself, my friends. I want to make sure that I'm in those. I want to make sure that I'm in those spaces and I'm not wasting energy on. I can't call the world up and say you just need to do this. Just do this thing. I can't do that. Nobody can do that. So there's no way I can get millions of people to go do what obviously is best. Okay. But I can't. I don't have that kind of reach. And so, but I want to protect the reach that I do have. And I want to protect myself so that I'm getting good sleep and I'm feeling like exercising and I'm feeling like making my special teas that I like to drink. This is actually holy basil and peppermint today. So I want to make sure that I have all of that energy. Anyway, so I made a psychic protection candle today, right? And so the idea behind, and anybody of you that takes my workshop, or you're my clients, or you're my friends, or you've been watching this channel a little bit, it's all about reminding ourselves to like, oh, hey, like I hear this person saying something that I think is really dangerous and ill-informed. But I'm not going to ruminate on that. I'm going to do something that's more effective. And like making this candle really has to do with reminding myself that that's what I intend to do. And so that's why you call them intention candles or intention, whatever you're making. It's a material way of telling yourself what you plan on doing. And then depending on your, like however much in belief you invest in other kinds of substances that can protect you or can prevent, your psyche from wandering away, is all fine. It's all well and fine. But if you invest nothing in those outside things, if you don't believe that they have any magical properties, that's fine too. You can still use an intention candle or other types of intention work to remind yourself psychologically what you are planning to do. And getting angry at things you can't control on the internet just to be angry with them is not your intention. If you're going to feel some anger and then you're going to take an action that counters the action that you see in the world that you find harmful, and you're going to take some action on some way to counter that harmfulness, that's a different story. But if you're just going to feel helpless and angry and sad and scared, no, your candle was going to remind you not to do that. The act of making the candle. Plus, it's just fun. So what I did was I took my sheet and I sprinkled, I don't have much left to sprinkle on there, but it's this amber resin. It's amber incense resin. And I sprinkled that on there. And then you can see there's no more rosemary on this because I put it all in my candle. So I put fresh rosemary on it. And I had some, rosemary smells really good when it burns. Passion flower doesn't so much. But I had some, I'm kind of wild, so I put kind of big pieces in my candle. It's okay with me if there's some flames. I kind of like that. For some of you, you're going to want them to be smaller. If you're planning to turn your back on it at all, you're going to want them to be smaller. But like I said, I like to get some like kind of flames. But passion flower, I think is really, I do think is really a magical property. So even though, and I try to ingest it in different ways, I make a tincture out of it that I think is really good for calming the mood down, calming the mind. And so I thought I'd include some of that herb, that dried passion flower herb in the candle, which I did. So inside of here is rosemary, amber, and passion flower. All of those things are things that I feel will be protective to my psychological state of mind. And also the amber is so warming. Amber's so warming. Amber's so like, amber just kind of feels like being held by something like really kind of soft and golden. So I like amber a lot also. So that's what I have in here. And now I'm going to put, and when I was rolling the candle up and I was putting all those herbs and things and resin on the sheet. And then I put the wick along the long side of it. And then I rolled it up as tightly as I could to get this. And it rolls up. I mean, it sticks together really easy. That part's not hard. You have to kind of concentrate. It takes a few minutes to roll it up. And so while I'm rolling it up, that's everything I was just saying is what I'm talking about. And I was really thinking about what I want to protect in particular this week, because I'm going to burn this during a workshop I'm doing tomorrow night. That's called The Art of Gifting. And the idea that we're going to be working with in that workshop is what we have to, the gifts that we have to give and the gifts that we have to receive, and really how to protect that space. And that would include our own down talking to ourselves about what we're capable of making and doing, and what people want to hear from us, and all of these kinds of things. So I'm also looking to protect myself and my workshop group from our own worst enemies, which is usually ourselves. I won't say it's always ourselves, but it's usually ourselves. A lot of times it's ourselves. So I want to protect from that. And I want to protect our ability to give our gifts to the world. So another fragrance so that's what I was thinking about when I was making the candle. And another fragrance that I really love is myrrh. So can you see that bottle? Is myrrh. So I am just going to put some of this on the outside of the candle. And again, now I'm talking to you and I'm thinking about these things. And so that's the whole thing about it. My intention with this candle is to protect the gifts that I have to give to other people, to receive the gifts that are incoming to me, and to make sure that my space is open for that. My mental and psychological space is open to that and isn't being taken up by people not listening to what I say. Meaning the big world, not individual people. So that's pretty much it. Oh, now it smells so good. I love myrrh. Myrrh always smells to me like new pool toys, which I think is such a great smell. New pool toys and roses. I think that might be definitely two of my favorite smells. All right, that's my intention candle. It's to protect my psyche, to protect my creativity, and to and part of that protection means I don't know if it's even releasing so much as it is just deflecting what I sometimes feel like is getting slimed by the world out there at large. Okay, thank you all. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, bye.